Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, tonight we're taking a look at 2024's Civil War. This one has Jesse Plemons and Kirsten Dunst. I don't know what this one's about. I think, a couple of trailers for it. Obviously, it looks like America is in a civil war, maybe some kind of post-apocalyptic setting, maybe. So, first time watch for me. Let's see what it's all about.
Well, now that you say that, I don't think I'll see Iron Man or Captain America in this one. That's what I was expecting. Nah, all kidding aside, I've only seen the previews, have not seen this, but I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to dive into this movie with Mr. and Mrs. Plemons.
Yeah, look, I know absolutely nothing about this film. Of course, we got our backdrop, looks really intense. Some sandbags and some armory on the Statue of Liberty. So I don't, like I said, really don't know anything about it, but A24, they're usually hitting home runs. So I'm looking forward to this one.
All right, without further ado, let's go!
We are now closer than we have ever been to victory.
Well, it's Nick.
Is that Nick Offerman?
Yeah, he just doesn't have his trademark stash.
Some are already calling it the greatest victory in the history of mankind.
Yeah, you can tell by the delivery it's Offerman pretty quickly. It doesn't look like him, though.
We are closer than we have ever been to victory. Some are already calling it the greatest victory in the history of military campaigns. Citizens of America, we are now closer than ever to a historic victory as we eliminate the final pockets of resistance. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Oh, see that?
Yeah.
Right away, they're asking
there's a little map they're giving us with, must be the sides.
California and Texas on the same side.
Yeah, I wouldn't
and they
expect
succeeded.
that.
Did that throw you off, too?
Yeah.
Back up.
They
Sitting on a couch with a gallon of water, waiting
for their water. Is a Morton Joe in charge here or what?
Yeah, it'd probably be safer for him, huh?
Oh!
Here. You okay?
Oh, I thought she'd be way worse.
This is crazy.
Take this.
Oh no, I can't take this.
Take it and put it on.
Thank you so much.
Oh boy.
Oh,
shit.
I was wondering why.
Yeah, they showed her with that
backpack.
Yeah, you know what, I thought that too. They paid way too much attention to her.
The silence.
We woke up in Des Moines, Iowa, and he's wearing my wedding ring.
It's Jimmy from Yellowstone.
Oh, I haven't seen Yellowstone.
The Western forces are stopped 120 miles from D.C. The Florida Alliance aren't far south of that. The WF-1 stopped. They're stalled. They lost their supply lines. But it's the race to Berlin. There's no coordination between the secessionists. As soon as D.C. falls, they'll turn on each other.
Oh.
Of course, the race to Berlin.
It's every night this week. They'll switch to the generator.
Upload was almost done.
Yeah, referencing World War II and the U.S. on the Western Front and Russia on the Eastern Front.
Staying in New York a while or venturing out? F*** you. Come on, Joe. Sir can beat us there? I couldn't beat you in a brisk walk.
You know who that is?
We're going to DC tomorrow morning, first thing.
Yeah, front line, I figured.
No, not the front line. DC.
You don't recognize the other cameraman?
It's the guy.
That's the guy who played Pablo Escobar in Narcos.
I never saw Narcos.
In D.C. That's the idea. What the?
Can't believe they got that guy.
And how you gonna do this?
We get there before anyone else does.
You think there's a rush to get executed on the South?
What do you think the route's gonna be like?
There's nothing direct. The interstates are vaporized, and you can't get anywhere near Philly. So you got to go west, maybe as far as Pittsburgh, then circle in from West Virginia.
You already had that route all figured out, huh, Sammy?
Oh, she's tracking her.
Yeah, okay. I was kind of looking to get down there myself.
He was thinking about it.
If Sammy wants a ride, I'm good with it. You two figure it out.
Thank you, Lee.
Yeah, thank you, Lee. Make me the bad guy.
Just to warn you, if you take the elevator, we do sometimes have power cuts, which might mean a delay in your journey. We offer the option to use the stairs.
I'm on the 10th floor.
Your choice, ma'am.
She's going to get stuck in the elevator if she takes it.
What's your name? Jessie. Jessie Cullen.
So, Jesse, I've got to walk up 10 flights of stairs. But if I ever see you again, you better be wearing Kevlar and that fluorescent.
You'll
She was
see
hoping
her
there would be
again.
a little bit more interaction there.
I don't think they're far from over.
No, they're giving.
She's gonna end up sneaking into the van or something.
Yeah, they're giving her character a lot of attention pretty early on to have her be somebody who's not involved in the story as it moves forward.
Yeah, all the everything she's seen.
Oh my God.
And she just had a little girl tell her that, she wants to be the same.
Yeah, war photographers.
Yeah. There we go.
What the is that girl?
Yeah, she doesn't want her involved in any of that.
After going to bed, we got talking, and she's very cool and wanted to tag along.
So she's coming with us.
Lee, you let Sammy tag along. You think he's gonna do well running for cover with bullets flying over his head?
She's a kid. Did you notice that?
She's like 23, and she wants to do what we do. She wants to do what you do. We had to start one day. Were you much older than she is now?
She don't look 23.
Yeah, she looks younger than that.
But the clothing they gave her and stuff was
She goes no further than Charlottesville.
make her look younger.
Not really a way to win over your hero.
Let's go.
Oh,
857 miles?
Well, remember they have to go down through
Yeah, I know.
Pennsylvania
They
and
have to go
Pittsburgh,
around.
and
Yeah.
there's a car on the side of the road.
I mean, if you had to go 857 miles in a vehicle, an excursion's pretty tough to beat. Walking Dead vibes here.
How is there even a path?
Well, they probably cut through the grass, and then on the left there, that must be an off ramp. Well, remember the interstate, it was vaporized, they said,
Yep.
so you have to go and do the...
All back roads.
Looks like they took a shotgun shot to that door. People trying to flee the city.
Just trying to get out of Dodge.
Mr. President, do you regret any actions implemented during your third term in office?
I'm not gonna softball him, Sammy.
Third term.
Do you still think it was wise to disband the FBI?
Passive aggressive.
Sir, how is your policy evolving in the use of airstrikes against American citizens?
Now we're talking.
Just be sure you get the words out before the piano wire gets too tight.
There's a gas station up ahead.
We've got over half a tank. What do you think?
Any chance to refuel we should take?
Yep.
Oh.
Help you folks? Just looking for gas.
Gotta look for fuel permit.
No, we're actually just passing through.
Can't help, sorry.
Sir, if we pay,
I was never gonna give it free.
over the odds.
What's over the odds?
300 for half a tank and 2 cans.
$300 buys you a sandwich.
Oh.
300 Canadian.
Oh.
Okay.
Guess the U.S. dollar's not doing so good.
Yep. $300 buys you a sandwich. That's strong implications.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
That's what I thought that was when they did that
Same.
shot.
What the
Oh. They still alive?
No, I don't think so.
I told her. I don't mind if she looks.
How are they?
Looters. Good shit's back.
Oh, they are.
Why don't you put us and them out of our misery? Make a call. I'll put rounds in them right now. Or we'll beat them up a little more, strap them to the front, we'll let them go after a couple days.
Oh man.
I didn't take a single photo. I didn't even remember I had cameras on me. Like, why didn't I just tell him not to shoot them?
They're probably gonna kill them anyway.
How do you know?
Once you start asking yourself those questions, you can't stop. So we don't ask. We record so other people ask. That's the job.
Hey, Lee, back off. She just shook up. Lee doesn't understand shook up.
Whoa. You're the idiot who let her in this car.
Yeah.
You need to understand. Holy shit, she's crying. The back seat is both kindergarten and an old children's home.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. We stand ready to fulfill the promise of our forefathers. Flag to the nation and to God.
Stop here a minute.
Like a good place for a toilet break?
Just pull it. Come with me. Come with me.
Man, they nailed the set design on this.
I don't see any difference of a JCPenney parking lot from right now.
Shoot the helicopter?
Yeah, it's gonna make a good image.
Oh, there's gonna be somebody inside it.
I know you're really angry about it, and I know you think I don't know shit, but...
I'm not angry about that, Jesse.
Okay, but you are angry with me.
There is no version of this that isn't a mistake.
It's my choice.
Right. And I'll remember that when you lose your shit, or you get blown up, or shot.
Would you photograph that moment if I got shot?
What do you think?
Jeez. Wow.
It's heavy artillery.
So it's existential.
What is?
What's eating you?
Don't worry about me, Sammy.
Am I allowed to say I remember you at her age?
And I wasn't so different.
You weren't so different. You think you're being hard on her, and I think you're being hard on yourself.
Okay, Ryder.
Damn it, Lee. Stop. I'm speaking truth. And for the record, sure, I'm worried.
I saw that person walking. I thought it was...
What are you worrying about Lee for?
Lee's lost her faith in the power of journalism. State of the nation is QED.
I can't answer to that, Sammy. But I can tell you, this gunfire is getting me extremely hard.
We're not going anywhere near that in the dark.
But send up.
They're still at it. We'll take a look.
Cool.
Doesn't look like that was his first.
No.
The way...
It's like a pro.
Yeah, the way he did the little whoop back in.
It's interesting they had Building America on the side of the train in the shot. That's
Yeah, so
wasn't,
it's...
an accident.
We got to see if something circles back around to that. The thing I can wonder is how long is this sleep gonna last?
Still going.
Get ready to move. Prep the smoke. Fuck out of here. Smoke out. I'm free. Free.
It's the Hawaiian shirt gang, or what's going on?
So one thing nobody was stealing off the shelves was the Hawaiian shirts.
Move it. You gotta move.
Oh.
Hang in. Stay. Give me that.
Oh man.
Ooh.
There's
bandage ain't gonna save that.
I'm guessing these are the secessionists, given the lack of the military uniforms. Oh, one of the soldiers is hit up there.
Or is making you think he was hit up there.
Or do you think it's an ambush? Trap?
I could easily see that.
I don't like how they're putting their lights on, giving away their position. I mean, if there is anybody up there, they're going to see them.
Is it the idea that you blind them with it, the light? Oh, okay.
No.
Why? It's crazy. He's walking behind her like that, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I think so
I know
he can
it's
pull
so
her
he can
back
pull her
if he
back,
needs to,
but still.
His choice of music is interesting as well.
Can't have none of that. Tell her what to say, Mace. Nah, no, my brother. No, my sister. Trying to get into this word to the mother. I'll tell the truth. So where my witness?
Yeah, no prisoners for these guys.
Okay, so setting up at a stadium, looks like.
You're good.
Hey, get in there.
I'm gonna show these kids.
Yeah.
Check this out. Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, he didn't last too long, huh?
Developing Megs on the road.
Yeah, I got myself a pretty neat travel kit. Want to know the secret of getting the developer just right? Body temperature.
Smart.
Thank you. So, how about you tell me the story of how you became a photojournalist?
You don't know? Thought I was one of your heroes.
Yeah, I do. When you were in college, you took the legendary photo of the Antifa massacre. Then you became the youngest ever Magnum photographer.
That would be my Wikipedia page.
But what's missing from it?
I don't know. A lot.
Well, that's got to sit here for 10 minutes, so you might as well expand a little.
Well, actually, they're on a farm too.
Oh.
Except Colorado. Also, pretending this isn't happening.
No shit. Hey, these are dry. Should we check them out?
Sure.
Still need a phone, even though you can't get a signal. I don't want you to see these. They're not even in focus. Exposure's all wrong.
Let's keep looking. Figure the strike rate for keepers is 30 to 1. It's a great photo, Jesse.
Okay, so they have generators or some sort of power here.
Yeah, no cell phone service, so.
Well, because remember she had Wi-Fi, but that was about it.
Yeah, that was
and
it.
That was at the hotel that they're staying at.
Just empty streets.
Oh.
Yep.
You immediately see the Ghost Steelers, and then
yep,
you look.
What's going on? I mean, people were riding for water before, and they're watering their lawns.
Did we just drive through a time portal?
It's the Twilight Zone.
It's one of those areas where they're pretending maybe it's not happening.
Interesting.
Hey there. Welcome. Feel free to look around.
Employee of the month.
Hey, out of interest, but are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
Oh, sure. But we just try to stay out.
Stay out.
With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Yeah.
Well, let me know if you want to try anything on.
I mean,
how could you stay out?
Yeah, that's the
Well, I think
thing.
the interesting thing is the power grid and everything else
Yeah.
like that.
You're so war-torn you can't try on a dress?
Interesting that I'm wondering what the value of the dollar is in this particular town, because obviously for gas where they were at before, it was
$300 only got him a ham and cheese.
You haven't seen yourself in a mirror in a
Oh my God.
few days.
Shut the f up. I want to take your photo.
No. Come on.
Yes.
Joel in the background. Trying on hats.
Tell me not to rush.
Yeah, but there's a sweet spot and you're missing it.
Don't want to miss your sweet spot.
Well, no, that was not the moment.
Why? It wasn't planned.
Nate,
Yes.
you're pretty when you smile. There you go.
Hey,
Yeah, nice.
not gonna take a picture?
Right. You know what, though? Running a little low on film.
You mean? I'm out.
Oh, I thought he bought the hat.
I'm gonna go try this on.
Oh, she didn't buy it?
You actually bought something?
She did. Just paying now. It's so weird. This place is like everything I'd forgotten.
Funny. I was thinking it felt like everything I remembered. Look at the tops of the buildings. Be subtle.
Oh, yeah.
I remain ready to accept the full, immediate, and unconditional surrender of the secessionists to liberate the people of the subjugated states and start rebuilding our great nation. The land of
Shit.
Winter Wonderland.
Hold up.
Can you see anything?
No.
Nothing. No shapes, no movement, nothing.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna drive forward a little.
There's active bubble machines, clearly.
And music.
Well, the music you could have looping, but the bubble machine you'd have to fill it up every so often.
Watch that Santa sleigh's all kitted up.
You keep going.
Oh, guess not.
Oh. Oh, okay, he was moving his head in the...
Where you going?
Tim.
Don't be such a hotshot. Just keep your head down.
Don't try driving on. This guy's a good shot.
Oh.
It's from a long ways away.
What's going on?
Someone in that house. They're stuck.
Who do you think they are?
No idea.
Hey. We're press.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now I understand why it's written on the side of your vehicle. Someone's trying to kill us. We are trying to kill them.
You don't know what side they're fighting for.
Oh, I get it. You're retarded. You don't understand a word I say. Yo, what's over there in that house?
Someone shooting.
Guys, shut the up.
Yeah, he's trying to figure something out there.
I got good news.
Wow.
Why don't you put your head down there?
Thanks, Sammy. I'm good.
Take it from an overhand. Sleep any chance you get. You never know what's coming around the next corner.
You're all right.
I thought too is like if you fall asleep upright, that puts you in prime position to maybe.
Sammy.
But
Got a car coming up on us pretty fast.
Interesting that they don't travel with any firearms or any sort of protection.
Well, otherwise they'd become a target. People would want what they have.
Oh, Jesus.
He smoked his tires on the last corner.
But we're not gonna outrun anyone in this thing, so slow down a little, Lee. Let them pass. Don't look out at them. They just roll on by.
What the f? Tony? How you guys doing? God, small world.
Small world, my ass. They were following us.
Did Joe tell you where we were going back in New York?
I don't know, Lee. He was pretty drunk. When he was hitting on that girl, you got in the back seat.
Oh, poor.
I'm done with Bohai. He's lousy company. He drives like a maniac. Dude, what are you doing? I'm going over to your car.
Tony!
Oh, this is not going to end well.
Just keep the car steady, Lee. Don't worry. I've done this before. Just keep the car steady.
Oh.
Oh.
Out of here. Keep up your mind.
I gotta do it. What? I'm doing it!
Jesus, man. Don't turn the wheel.
Oh, look what they're. Oh.
Sure. Much better. Much better. Much better. Bye-bye, Tony. Bye-bye. See you in Washington. Yeah.
Oh, pfft. Oh, what was that?
It's like a power line, but it's like a weird spot to have one.
Where did they go?
Yeah, Land Cruiser's not that fast.
Just get around, that's all.
I don't want him f***ing around. I want Jessie back in this car.
Relax, Lee. Just show you how fast you can drive. The girl's fine.
How the f do you know if she's fine? Can you see her?
Oh! He slammed the hell out of that excursion. Wow.
Oh, well.
It's not good.
No, you don't normally leave both doors open.
Unless they went to go take a picture or something.
Yeah, but did she jump over with her stuff? I think she only went over.
Yeah, she just went. Yeah, she didn't
just
grab her
her
camera. Yeah, there's Jesse.
Where's her boy, Jesse Plemons? Kirsten, run to your man.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh, they got a whole truck full. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Oh, what the
We need to go down there now.
Those people do not want to be seen doing what they're doing. Or the bodies in uniform.
No, they're not. I'm going down.
Me too. I'm telling you, every instinct in me says this is death, okay?
You stay because you're old and you can't run.
This.
Wyatt, there's one hung up in there.
What are they putting on him?
Some kind of lie, I think.
Yeah.
I guess there's some kind of misunderstanding here.
Yeah?
Those two guys over there, they're my colleagues.
What kind of colleagues?
Journalists, sir. We're passing through.
This guy's your colleague? This guy here?
Yes, sir. He's my...
Oh! Shit.
Just what?
Please. Please.
Yes,
Just
speak.
Let me... Well, you're American, okay?
Okay. Well, what kind of American are you? Central American? South American? What? Florida. Central. What about you? Where are you from?
Missouri?
Missouri? It is American. 100%. What about you? Where are you from?
Colorado.
What's your deal? Where are you from? You open your mouth and tell me where you're from. Just make sure it's clear English, okay?
I'm from Hong Kong.
Oh, China.
Oh.
What?
Just stop it, okay? Stop it!
Oh! Is that the end of Jesse?
No, she got out of the way.
Get in the car!
No, Jesse Plemons.
Oh, Jesse Plemons.
Oh.
Oh, she's down there
with it.
Go, go, go! Go! Go!
My God. Oh.
You gotta stop. What are you talking about? I can't drive. Can't stop. You gotta fucking drive. I can't.
Oh, he's hit.
He did get...
He's bleeding.
No, 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 no. Get up. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, no, no, no.
This life is but a dream. I'll heal, holding you down. Oh, but heartaches, it's all a dream. It's all a dream. It's all a dream.
So the Western forces have jets. They have... Western was just California and Texas.
Yeah, it just had the 2 stars
Yep.
on their flag.
The Western forces are moving into D.C. Earlier today, the government military basically surrendered.
Yeah, it's true.
So you and I, we are too late. We missed the story. And Sammy didn't even die for anything good.
I was hoping it was just an oblique shot.
These last few days, I've never been scared like that before, and I've never felt more alive.
Oh. Wow, that's a lot of helicopters going in.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, man.
Bringing in a gunship right downtown. Man, Lee's not even taking pictures or anything.
Hey? Let's go.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't like this.
Almost at the White House.
Yeah.
1700 Pennsylvania
Yeah.
Ave. What's the White House?
1600. Yeah.
Look at those walls. Look at those walls.
Break it to the main round right through that tower.
Yeah, just do it, do it.
Get right. On me. Drop that bitch.
Mayor, get the heck down.
Oh, she's losing.
Yeah, Lee is breaking. Oh.
We have to move. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, they show him again with the back of the
Yeah, it's moving her.
Let it fall again. Push it back. Push it back. Get back.
You know what's interesting is nobody's got hearing protection.
No, none.
I just noticed that.
Yeah, it was.
They'd all be
They'd
deaf.
all be deaf.
They'd all
Yeah,
be deaf
in
right
that-
now.
in that- that first scene.
I'm really surprised A24 overlooked that.
Yeah, for the amount of effort they put into everything else, which is incredible.
Right.
Yeah. Ooh, they got some heavy artillery in there.
Oh my god. So close.
It's the White House.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
President is now surrounded.
The president's right in that building. What do you hear they're gonna do with him? Kill. Hey, Lee, don't beat me to the money shot, huh?
Oh, the Secret Service guys
Yep.
are on the...
President's on the move. Yeah, he's busting out.
They're not getting out of here with those.
I mean, as heavily armored as
Yeah,
the beast
they are.
is.
They do.
There it is.
Yep.
Not gonna move that.
Yeah, the Suburbans are there to clear the way.
Minis.
Oh. Holy shit.
He's not gonna.
He's not going to be in there.
He's not gonna be in
That thing was taking hits, though. It's still bulletproof.
He's not in there.
What?
Let's go,
What do you
Jesse.
mean? What?
Come on, now.
Oh, is it gonna blow up?
Maybe.
Oh, you think it's
That'd
wired?
be a hell of a trap.
I don't know.
It's all diversion.
Oh, look at the bars on the windows.
I'm here to negotiate the surrender of the president. Can the president be entrusted into your safe care?
Yes, ma'am. We'll take real good care of him. Just bring him out here.
We're not bringing him anywhere until we have agreed terms.
Nah, no terms. Bring him out here.
We gotta move, Sergeant.
Ma'am, the president is willing.
Oh.
I'm out. Reloading.
Oh, he's on heavy.
He's got the
Stender.
Chief.
Wild that the press would be in this situation.
You good?
Stay down.
Dropping trash.
Just like,
oh no.
Lee died saving her. It's her fault. I mean, they're all in a very, very bad situation to be in there in the first place, but wow.
Wow, she didn't even look at her.
She didn't even. She's choosing between her laying there and moving forward with the crew.
To get the shot or the story, whatever they're after.
Wow, this is wow.
Wait! Wait! I need a quote. Don't let him kill me. Yeah. That'll do.
That's the shot.
Dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream. Forever. Keep them dreams burning, baby.
Photos slowly coming into
into focus.
Well, being
it's not coming into focus. It's a
film
developing.
Yeah.
Look at her all smiling around the president.
Former president, as it would be. That was about what it was what I would expect from A24, but not what I expected out of this movie. I guess I didn't even know about the whole journalistic, the press aspect of the movie, which was pretty much the whole movie. I didn't know if it was going to be. I expected to see more Jesse Plemons, because he's a big star and saw him in the trailer, but he just had the one part in there. And this was a trip. This was really interesting. The movie just set you right into what would be a modern American Civil War if we had it. And everything was through the eyes of the journalists and what they do in war-torn areas to get the pictures and the shots that they do. So I found that really fascinating. The Civil War itself was basically just the backdrop of what was going on. They didn't really give you any info as to hows, the whys, the what caused it. None of that mattered because we were just taking the journey with, Joe and Lee and Sammy and Jesse and all the others on their journey to try to get the story at the end, which was going to be, overthrowing the president, presumably. Yeah, this one was incredible. Tons of action. They really let the budget snap on this one for action, and so many different settings that they showed. I mean, it was, America and maybe some towns that people might recognize. I know they drove through, they had the sign for Harrisburg and that sort of thing, as they talked about how they had to make their journey to kind of loop around because the highways were done. But this one was something else. I would have liked to, if I had one gripe, I guess it would be that, it was a 2-hour movie and I would have liked to have gotten to know the characters a little bit more. We had a little bit with Lee. They showed some flashbacks of her in war-torn areas. Obviously, Kirsten Dunst did an amazing job with her acting and portraying kind of what she had been through and that sort of thing. But I would have liked to have gotten to know Joe a little bit more. Or not Joel. It was Joe, wasn't it? Joel? Okay, it was Joel. I swear in they were calling him Joe. But either way, I would have liked to have known him a little bit more. I would have liked to have gotten to know a little bit more about Sammy and Jesse.
That's how much you wanted to get to know him. You couldn't even remember his name.
Well, you folks, you have to correct me. On the captions, I swear they were calling him Joe. Either way, this one was definitely way out there. Very cool. What I would expect from A24. Like I said, I would have liked to have got to know the characters a little bit more. But this one was wild. So many unique things they had it there. I think there was maybe like 5 kind of big settings that they were in. From the stadium to that golf course area, and then eventually to the White House, and then a few in between. So it's kind of neat how we took that journey with them. But this one was really really surprising for me, very interesting. And yeah, I mean, the actors did a great job. Like I said, I can't speak enough to the set design that they had in here. I mentioned it early on. I don't know if it'll make the cut, but the set design was really incredible. And yeah, just anytime you do a post-apocalyptic type movie that takes place in the United States, it's always interesting to me. I always like to see how they're going to do it. How's the setup? What are the survivors or the people going to be like? Of course, we've seen shows like The Walking Dead who kind of do that, but this was more of a war versus just an all-out apocalypse with zombies or some kind of virus or what have you. So a real cool way to do it, where everything is just through the eyes of the journalists and what they do to get the shots and how they kind of look at things. Real fascinating.
So real quick though, in Walking Dead though, they really just center around one part, right around Atlanta.
They go around. Some of the other shows do different parts of the country.
Because all different shows. Okay,
yeah, like they did California and down there.
Okay, because I was gonna say with this was like, to your point, like we were in a different settings, as far as different states, because they were started out in New York, they went through Pittsburgh and came up through Virginia, and to get to DC at for the finale. And what I really liked about the movie is they immersed you like you were right there in it, like basically they showed it later on, Anya and Dave as the British reporter, as this put in the cameraman. It was like basically like we were attached to that camera, that's what we were watching, other than like them where they're talking to each other in the vans and stuff like that. When they put us right in the middle of it, it made us feel like we were there in those quote unquote battles. And and then the sound design on part of it with the set design made it feel like granted this is pretty good as far as like surround sound, so it did feel like bullets were flying around all behind us, but it really made you feel like you're in the middle there. And then how Kirsten made it show that from her scene in the tub and then her pretty much breakdown right before going into the White House, she had shown that is about as much as character development with her as showing her her battle scars, so to speak, as far as when she became a war photographer. And we'd like to know more about Jessie, what she all did and leading her up to this point. I mean, and I thought with Kirsten too, when they asked her, I have 10 minutes here while the film develops, tell me more about what happened. And she kind of got into one little story, and then my film is developed, you can look at these. Like they kind of missed an opportunity there. But so more of that, more of Joel. I mean, we know that Joel is obviously Lee's right-hand man as far as protecting her and going on these adventures with her, but I'd like to know more about how he got into it and stuff like that. And then Sammy, the veteran, you'd want to learn way more, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it still hurt and still sucked to see him, get taken out like he did, because I mean, he was even telling him it's not a good idea, and then he comes in for the save, thankfully, with our man Jesse Plemons, who we loved since Breaking Bad. I've loved him since I've seen him on Friday Night Lights back in the day. So it was nice seeing him in this, and like even the attention to detail where you could see the blood between his fingers as he's sitting there standing there talking to him. So like some of the attention to detail was really well done, and then having Nick Offerman as the president, like even though I want to say that they were saying that video was live, but him like going through what he was trying to say at the beginning of the film.
Easy payday for him.
Yeah, so much so. But I thought this was really well done, showing us the journalist's point of view of going into these, war times.
Yeah, Mason Quinn brought up an interesting point. I think the actual war itself, I'm not going to say it's a backdrop. Obviously, it's a major the focal point of this film, but I think the film is more about war photography and kind of the nature of like tunnel vision journalism than it is anything else. In fact, big shout out, props to A24. Look, I'm not going to get too much into this. things are what they are in the U.S. right now with with people and their sides, and the fact that they took that California and Texas, the two. Look, if you're not from the United States, politically, California and Texas are very, very opposite. So if you were to suggest that California and Texas were on the same side, I took that as A24 saying, hey, you know what? We want to make this movie about a civil war and about journalism, but we want to kind of step back and not have it be political, so people can kind of just enjoy the film.
Yeah, that would be distracting.
Yeah, I think it would, and I think so. And it's like, just enjoy the film for what it is, and don't be like, oh, they were picking sides. And I feel like A24 did an amazing job at not picking sides and kind of having this sense of neutrality as far as the meat and potatoes of the story. I don't know that I would call it necessarily post-apocalyptic. I get what you're saying, because I think that they did another really interesting thing with this storyline by saying that Missouri and Colorado, they're like, oh, they're just pretending like nothing is happening. And you're like, okay, how is that even possible? I get it's not where the fighting is, but then they showed it driving through that town where the people were like, we stay out of it.
Everything's fine.
I mean, they still had people up top we saw, but
so they still had people kind of watching out,
making sure.
I found it interesting that they still had water. Answer brought up a good point. They made a very specific point of showing, hey, here's a sprinkler running, where earlier on in the film they were fighting over water. So they created like this really interesting dynamic of some places it was really bad, some places were acting like nothing happened. That could be representative of certain areas of this world where there are things happening, in other close by areas where people are just kind of living their daily lives. But again, we don't want to get into too much political stuff, and I don't think we have to, because I think that's not what this film was about. Answer brought up wanting more backstory for Lee, and I think A24's way of doing that was all the flashbacks that she had from all the experiences that she was in. I agree that I would have liked to get a little bit more about how she got into it. They did a very good job of explaining all the places she's been, things that she's done, which I also found to be really brilliant when they circled back to when she was at like this culmination of everything she was going through. She froze.
Yeah.
And they showed her like over and over and over, like in the middle of just crazy stuff. And look, war photography, I don't think anybody can tell you what that's like. I think you're either there experiencing it or you're not. But I thought that was really a really brilliant kind of story, and the way they showed it. A24 delivered exactly what we thought they were going to deliver as far as cinematography and things like that. The sounds, the sights, the camera angles, the focal points, just little stuff. The beginning with Nick Offerman's character doing the speeches, there was times where all of a sudden you had this crazy backdrop and they just focused on some plants or some flowers and stuff like that.
Yeah, when Kirsten Dunst was laying in the grass by the Winter Wonderland, she was just taking in the flowers and fell asleep.
I mean, it was just brilliant in so many regards as far as that. The story for me, it was good. I thought it was a very well done movie. I think I would have liked to have, we don't really know that much about Joel. I mean, he's such an integral character to the story, and his really powerful scene at the end where he's screaming and you can't hear anything because they're at the Western Forces base. So I think I would have liked a little bit more character development and had a little bit more backstory on them, because they want you to get very invested.
Yeah, they want you to care about
characters,
them.
And we didn't really know that much about them. The scene in Washington D.C. was wild. I mean, as far as the visuals of it, especially being an American and having these massive monuments. Of course the White House. We saw the Washington Monument. We saw all parts of D.C. being taken out. I mean, it was pretty visually wild to see that. But overall, I thought it was a good film. Visually, it was again very impressive. But the title Civil War, look, it's a good title for a film, right? Of course, it's going to kind of draw people in, but I think the movie was, again, more about kind of the nature of photography.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild to think, like, part of me is like, okay, would these soldiers really be putting up with the media people there, or would they be like, get out of our way? But on the flip side of it, like, you'd think they would want them to be like somebody needs to document this in real time so people can see what happened.
And there are, war photojournalists in
right,
real life, so,
right.
They get those shots.
And it was interesting that that we had Lee and Jesse earlier on in the film, talk about, would you photograph my demise? And then that's what they gave us at the end. But probably the most powerful scene for me in the whole film, and I'm guessing, look, this is probably the most powerful scene for most people, was Jesse literally walking away from Lee without, she was taking pictures as Lee is falling. And then I was waiting for this, like, oh my God, like Lee moment. And that we didn't get that because they knew the president was in there. And she got up and she went for the shot. And part of me feels like, okay, well, that's like crazy hyper focused on, that world of,
journalism.
But it seems like that's probably what Lee would have done.
Yeah. Well, because she asked her, would you photograph, and Lee goes, you already know the answer.
Yeah. So a really interesting movie. If I have one nitpick, and I don't know if it's going to make the cut, and I understand this is similar in a lot of war movies, the nature in which they were communicating with each other at the end, that amount of gunfire,
cannons and tanks and missiles.
Tanks, like being next to a tank, and they were very close to that tank when it came in and took out that tower towards the end. The amount of gunfire, they would have been completely deaf. The ringing deaf. They wouldn't have been able to hear anything. And look, the people at A24 are geniuses. So I'm sure this was a discussion. Are we going to show them having hearing protection? Does everybody need hearing protection? But so it's one of those things where it's like, I think they kind of agreed, like our audience is going to nitpick it. And I'm not nitpicking it from like I don't want people to be like, oh, easy Oak, they didn't have earplugs. It's just, on the flip side of it, they pay so much attention to detail.
Yeah.
Every single little detail. And Answer touched on some of those things a little bit earlier, but they paid attention to so many little details. The Winter Wonderland, they had the bubble machine going, and just every little detail. And so it was interesting to me that they wouldn't have hearing protection.
I think
it's inconsequential for me for how I feel about the film. It was just one of those things where, when if you are into, I'm into target shooting and stuff like that. But
put on your glasses.
Got eyes and ears. Have your safety glasses. But if you,
you see this in so many other movies. Like on The Walking Dead, they have Judith holding a hand cannon, shooting it inside. She'd be completely deaf and it would fly out of her hand.
So
right?
I think it's
I think it's a thing where it's like, do we show them in every scene putting in their earplugs? Like, how do we work around
And that's
it?
why I say it's, look, is it something that I noticed? Yes. Is it something that I'm going to be like, well, all of a sudden there's not a sense of realism? Absolutely not. In fact, I think this was a very gritty, and I think gritty is a term that you can use for this. There's only a handful of movies where like gritty feels like the right explanation or the right descriptive term, and I feel like that was it for this movie. So another really good film from A24 for me. So
here we go. Yeah, this one, like I said, I would have liked to have a little bit more character development just to get, a little more drawn in to the characters. But on the flip side, maybe that was the point for us, just kind of think of it through my head, because Lee and Jesse didn't know each other for more than a handful of days. They had just met in that opening scene. So I don't know if that was some way for the audience to feel the same way about the characters as maybe they might have felt for each other, because it isn't like, they went back a long time. Now, granted, Joel and Lee and Sammy did. They went way back, but Jesse was not a part of that group. So again, maybe that was something. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. Who knows? But yeah, this one was very different than what I had expected by the trailers that I saw for it. Really kind of surprised me. And yeah, overall, I think a very interesting look into the world of war journalism that goes on all over the world. So, with all that being said, this is a 3.5 out of 5 answers for me. Not my favorite A24 by a long shot, obviously, but still a very good offering and something just a little bit different than you might have expected coming into it, which I did like.
Yeah, I thought, obviously more character development aside and stuff like that, the way it was shot, the way the sound was done was really amazing. They made sure that, A24 always delivers on that stuff, and it showed what things they see during war that maybe we might not see or take into account, that they see a lot more. And like she said, it's a 30-to-1 shot that you might get the shot that you're going to use in whatever publication. But I give it a 4.25 out of 5 answers. I thought it was well done. The acting was phenomenal, and the shots and sound were just amazing to me. And I'm starting to like this Wagner that played Joel. He's pretty good.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll have to watch Narcos. I haven't seen it.
It took me just a second. I'm like, wait, no. I mean, he's significantly slimmer for this role than he was playing Pablo Escobar. But yeah, look, visually this film was phenomenal. I thought it was a strong story. Look, we've already been over some of the things that I think that we would have liked to have seen from the film. Visually incredibly powerful. I loved the way they showed, I loved how they incorporated taking the picture and then giving you what the photo looked like,
was
because
very
it's
nice,
okay, this is the power of this. And I look, old school film photography, I mean, there's something a little bit different about the old school film than there is with the digital cameras that we have today. Obviously Kristen Dunst's character had Lee had a digital camera and a regular film camera. But overall, a solid movie for me. I am going to give it a 4. So I enjoyed it. A few things that I would like to have seen done differently, but overall, like I said, from a visual standpoint, Answer brought up an audio standpoint, especially with good studio headphones, it was definitely a solid film.
So. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoy this movie as much as we did. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course Answer. Catch you on the next one, pals, and good night.